The Octonauts and the Great Ghost Reef, written by Meomi. It was a clear and sunny day under the tropical sea when Captain Barnacle's bear was testing his snorkel, Peso Penguin was shampooing Claudius, Tune-Up the Vegemite was packing a picnic basket, Dashy Dog was picking up sunglasses, Tweak Bunny was charging a spark plug, Dr. Shellington was modelling his new swimsuit, Quasi Kitten was taking a catnap, Professor Inkling was studying his travel guide. Alert, 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 alert. The crew quickly assembled in the Octopod's headquarters to find Professor Inkling frantically pointing to the eerie landscape outside. Octonauts, the small Dumbo octopus exclaimed. We're all excited about our holiday to the Great Reef City, but something peculiar has transpired. Well, shiver me timbers, everything is white, Quasi puzzled out loud. This place looks like a ghost town. The city is built on top of a giant coral reef. Normally, reef looks like colourful rocks where many plants and animals make their homes. Dr. Shellington informed the crew. This is not at all what I expected. We need to find out what happened here, Barnacles decided. The crew cautiously explored the silent streets of the city. As they passed abandoned buildings and empty houses, they caught glimpses of pale shades and heard strange creaks and moans. Did you hear that? Did you see that? Did you feel that? I'm sure there's a perfectly good scientific explanation for all of this, Shellington said nervously. Eventually they came upon an old turtle nudging a large trunk out of his front door. Noticing the name on the mailbox, Barnacles politely asked, Excuse me, Mr. Slowstash, could you tell us what happened here? The turtle slowly looked at the polar bear up and down and gave a low sigh. I'm afraid it's all a great mystery, Mr. Slowslash began his tale. When I first moved here as a young whippersnapper, the reef was famous for its bright colours and seagrass aplenty to eat. As time went by, more and more animals came here to live. They built fancy buildings, theatres and shops. This place was quite the hotspot. I guess everyone was so busy that no one noticed the coral beneath the city had started turning white and brittle. Bit by bit it spread. The turtle gestured sadly to his own home. Now even my home is falling over. Nobody knows what caused this. Some even say the city is haunted. I'm the last to go. It's just too cold here for my old bones. Dashy patted the turtle's shell and asked, Is there anything we can do to help? Mr. Slowstash smiled in appreciation. Thank you, young lady. I remember a beach from my childhood, just 2 shakes of a turtle's tail from here. I could certainly use a hand moving my rock collection there. The Octonauts packed Mr. Slowstash's belongings onto the Gup A, and the ship took off with a big swoosh. Arriving at the sandy dunes of the beach, Barnacles looked around and smiled. It's ever so nice and warm. Everyone seems to be enjoying the sun. I forgot how shallow the water is here. An old turtle like me needs more shelter, Mr. Slowstash fretted as he tucked into his shell. Let's keep looking. How about this mangrove forest? Dashy asked. The trees give cover to the animals and even drop down fruit for food. Shaking his head stubbornly, the turtle persisted. But I don't see any of my favourite seagrass. Luckily, seagrass meadows grow right near the mangroves, Peso announced cheerfully. Look at those happy dugongs tending the fields. The water's so murky here, not clean and clear like my old reef, fussed the turtle. Ah, he's really picky. I need a holiday from this holiday, Quasi muttered. Flipping his tail in frustration, Slowstash lamented. I never realised how special my reef was until now. There's no other place quite like it. If we can't find you a new home, we'll just have to figure out what's wrong with your old one, Barnacle said confidently. Let's head back and solve this ghost reef mystery. Returning to the city, the crew found Tweak using the Gup D to prop up a row of teetering buildings. Watch out, the bunny shouted with concern. The city is starting to fall. We need to do something fast. Just then, Shellington ran up to the crew and exclaimed, Octonauts, while you were away, I discovered something very fascinating. The reef isn't rock at all. It's made up of thousands of little creatures. The coral is alive. Does that mean they're not ghosts? Peso timidly asked. Shellington shook his head and explained, no, but they are cold and hungry. When I was studying the healthy reef outside town, I learned that each coral, algae inside gave it colour and helped it make food. Algae are plants, and plants need light, Inkling added. The buildings must be blocking out the sun and causing this coral to give up its algae. So that's why the reef turned white, Octonauts. We have to move these buildings, Barnacles declared. Aha! News of the Octonauts' discovery spread quickly, and animals from far and wide returned to help. Together they lifted off pieces of the city to uncover the coral beneath. Everyone worked to build new homes around the coral instead of on top. Slowly the reef became colourful and healthy again. Thank you for solving this mystery. Now I've learned that we need to care for the reef just like it cares for us. The turtle gratefully presented each of the crew with a rock from his prized collection. For all your hard work, Slowslash added with a wink. The Octonauts laughed, and they all agreed this was the greatest reef holiday ever. The end.